guys, this is a video I've been wanting to make for quite a while. I've got the keys right here to the brand new Maserati MCPura. And if you don't know, MC stands for Maserati Corsa, and this is standing for the purity of it, which is what pure stands for in Italian. We're gonna find out how this latest iteration of Maserati's mid-engine supercar stacks up. We are here shooting inside the Speed Phenom studio, and it's so much fun being underneath the lights. Let's break down what you're getting for this $250,000 supercar. The MCPura is powered by that V6 twin turbocharged unit that the Maserati team is so excited and happy about. It's nicknamed Nettuno, and honestly, that is such a cool name to go with a Trident car. This paint job looks beautiful, by the way. This is an aqua rainbow metallic finish, and it's got so many different shades of colors within it. I've seen purple, I've seen reddish hues, I've seen green hues, and even this overshadowing blue hue that you see right here. They've changed a few things when it comes to the design of this car. With the front fascia, you have more of that shark nose inspired by the GT2. You also have revised interior systems with also the same steering wheel shape as that GT2 Stradale, which I've always been a big fan of that. I think it looks really cool having the squircle steering wheel, which is like a circle steering wheel with the edges on each corner, but then on the far sides, it's flattened out. So it's pretty neat. You're also getting brand new wheels with this car that are inspired by a classic Maserati car of the ages. I love the design of these intakes, how they're just so beautifully contoured right down and inside, right after those vertical butterfly doors. You have that pure chrome metal finished Maserati badge right there. And then on top, you can actually see the full Trident baked onto that hard top style movable roof. And then there's the Cielo badge right there. Storage space is actually very minimal in this car. Double hit this button right here and it'll unlock. As you can see, just enough space for your backpack. Interestingly, the exhaust tips have like a purple blue hue. They look titanium. That is really neat. It goes with the paint job, actually. They've also restyled a little bit of the rear diffuser area, the rear bumper of this Maserati. As for the interior, you have this really cool matching blue hue all over the seats. Then you have carbon fiber down below. This has got a full carbon fiber tub, just like other exotic supercars like McLaren's and more. And then you have the Maserati logo tied right there on those seats. And then way inside, right there, you can see how these things are actually numbered from 001 to 130. So this is one of 130 in North America. This blue stitching, if you were to get this car, I highly recommend this color combo with the aqua rainbow outside. We're right up front at Speed Phenom Film, our HQ, and this is also where we do the performance enhancements for vehicles like you guys have, that you guys watch on the channel. You get your vehicle paint protected, so hit us up if you need that. But look at this forged carbon fiber. I mean, it looks so beautiful. Full exposed carbon fiber doors, but down below you can't really see it, but there's a carbon tub right here in the middle, just like a McLaren and other exotic cars out there. So this has a leg up above vehicles like a Lamborghini, the Temerario, or even a standard Ferrari F8 Tributo. So let's hop inside and go for a drive. If you're wondering why these cars have the cut-off finish down below, it's because it's easier to get in and out. You can see with my leg, it kind of just slides over. And standard, the visibility is diminished a little bit because it's rounded off on the MC20, going a little bit higher. So you're actually getting more of that road finished right here in front of you when you're going straight. So it's very cool how aggressive these style steering wheels look. Interestingly, the first thing that you see when you turn on the car is this important like safety notice, hit accept, but also your heated seat is right there. Hit OK there. The top is down, but let me just go ahead and cycle it one time for you guys to see how long it takes. Roof is closed, and you can do this, you know, under 30 miles per hour, and it's going to be coming all the way down. It's pretty fast. And then it says rooftop is closed. Go back to vehicle, and you can hit this button right here, which enables and disengages the electrochromatic finish. So that's with it completely opened up. You can see the clouds, the trees, and now it's all hidden away. Very, very unique, but we're gonna keep the top down for this video. Also, we're gonna leave it in GT at first. We're gonna cycle through all the different modes and the displays that you get with each, which I really do like. The center screen gets some really cool stuff out of the GT2 Stradale, such as the performance display pages, give you turbo, torque, and oil pressure. Consumption history, that's pretty interesting. Torque management, it shows you the exact percentage towards the rear. Ooh, drag race modes. This will actually record 0 to 60, 0 to 100. My McLaren doesn't have that. I really wish it did. Temperatures, so blue is cold. So transmission, the dual clutch, the 7-speed Opaque is cold. The engine is already up to temp. That was fast. Accessory gauges, water temps. This is going to be really useful if you do plan on going to the track. But I suggest let's just leave it on the standard technical gauges showing the turbo, PSI, and more. This vehicle does have the Nettuno V6 that is twin turbocharged, giving you 621 horsepower with 638 pound-feet of torque, which is a fair number considering that it weighs approximately 3,500 pounds. Nonetheless, when you look at the acceleration figures, yeah, this puts down about a 3 second 0 to 60. And when you put in the manual shift mode, you can like manually only shift throughout the gears close to the red line aggressively. Welcome to Carlsbad, California, and sunset should be happening in like 1 hour from now. The whole entire beach line is right here in front of us, and this is our first daily driving test. You see this massive dip here in front of us. Thankfully, the front vehicle lift is actually on the steering wheel. This is one thing that most cars don't actually have when they're an exotic car. You have to find the front lift button hidden away somewhere, but luckily it's right here in the Corvettes. It's like right here in the middle, but this time in the Maserati, it's just right here in the middle. I do prefer this steering wheel again over the MC20. I think it's nice that these are so limited. There's only 130 of these in the United States, and that's gonna really make it, I think, more sought after because many people, when they're buying into a $250,000 car, especially when it gets towards $300,000 to $400,000, the amount of well, production there is for any of these given supercars is quite important, especially for just not only the special factor of how it feels, but resale value down the road. All right, so now we're putting the car into sport mode. We have the beautiful coastline right there to the side, and I put on manual gear shifting. So when I downshift, it should be pretty quick on those gear changes. And up top, we have an HD rear view camera, which at times is harder to see with some of the reflection, depending on where the light is hitting it. Ferrari, California, I think, right there to the left. Look at that. So you see things all over the place out here on the coast, and especially right now, look at the ocean view. Like, you can literally just see it dip down, and there's the water. So when it comes to living with a supercar, the convertible top vibe, this is just really cool. It's a lightweight supercar, given that it has a lot of carbon fiber, and by lightweight, I mean it's around 3,500 pounds. In this day and age, you have so many vehicles that are mid-engined and are exotic looking, but they weigh 4,000 pounds or more. And I think it gets to a certain level where it's too much to be considered a supercar. You really have to focus on the weight. That's pretty cool. We got the tunnel shot. It sounds really aggressive for being a 6-cylinder, like really aggressive. Let's go ahead and jump onto the freeway. The carbon fiber in here is really cool. I like how it's a matte carbon, and then you have this aqua blue stitching everywhere. I think this paint job is what's helping make this car turn so many heads. People, when they see it, they're just instantly gravitated towards it. You have the cool Italian colors for the flag above the naming on the right. It says MCPura, and then it's green, white, red. And then having this be between a rear view camera and then a regular mirror is neat too. So it's got all the high-tech stuff you're looking for, but in a supercar, a lot of supercars, they struggle with more of the high-tech features. This luckily has it baked in, and ever since I think Maserati has pivoted towards these mid-engine vehicles, it's been a massive feat, a massive challenge to do. You know, it's not easy. It took Chevy so much money to try to engineer this same type of thing, but not near to the same level with the chassis. And for Maserati to do it, a smaller company, is really impressive. It's really impressive. All right, here we go, getting a feel for it. Very smooth on the upshifts. Got a lot of kick. Got the Ferrari fully following for the entire cruise, except he's got the expensive license plate that the dealers put on these cars. That is like, I think it was a $1,500 option when I was buying my car, and I said, nope, I don't want it. Welcome to Encinitas, California. About 10 minutes south of Carlsbad on the freeway, and this is pretty nice down here. But altogether, just like, I've been exploring this vehicle, living with it, and honestly, it does not look like a Ferrari. It does not look like many other exotics out there. And if I was made of money, I would definitely, I think, pick up the GT Stradale, because I'm all with the track. But if you want to daily drive something, the suspension on this is much smoother, and it's more livable for sure. There's not the most trunk space. It's very tight when it comes to this being convertible, so you have to keep that in mind. Like my backpack, for all the camera gear that we shoot with, it's very constricting out back. But if you can forget about that and just realize you do have a wireless phone charger right here in front of all this carbon fiber, and a cup holder behind you way out back, it's extremely livable. Like, I think this is a very special car when I see the reflection of it. And again, there's only 130 of these, so no one's really gonna have one. If you can get a hold of it, you got to do it, I think. I think this is a great area to end this video. Welcome to La Jolla Cove in La Jolla, California. This is where you find some of the most amazing cars ever. And we're gonna go down this little hill, and we're gonna be right here along the ocean, having the Cielo version. You know, it's all about the drop down, the sky being right here available to us. And this is what I'm talking about here, guys, with this aqua rainbow paint job. This is sick. There's so many bystanders everywhere out here. I mean, this is actually really cool. And there's, like, the ocean is right there in front of us. This is an everyday supercar, a different take than your traditional Ferrari, and I think that's a good thing. I think this is distinguished enough so that it fits in this mid-engine supercar lineup with a lot more purity than the competitors, because you have that carbon tub, you have that hydraulic steering rack. It's actually taking steps further that you will not find in a Ferrari and a Lamborghini, and you more so will find in a fellow McLaren, a brand known for being motorsports driven. Here we go, we found a parking spot. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be tight, but luckily our cameraman's outside the car, gonna guide us forward. All right, and then that should be good. The door is just wide in this car, so it's the butterfly doors, but thankfully we're going down the hill so we can actually open the door to the left. But let's go ahead and check out this beautiful view. So that's gonna wrap up our time, guys, testing the brand new MCPura. This is, again, one of 130 in the United States, and this is a world's first test for you guys. I really do think it's nice when you lean more into the purity of the brand and having these little changes here and there, especially with GT2 Stradale, taking this thing to a whole different level. It's a fantastic changer, it really is. And I think if you were to get one of these types of cars, this is the kind of paint job that you got to do, because it kind of completely matches that ocean view, just like what we have here behind me. All the birds, and I think no sea lions from what I can see so far. Let us know your thoughts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button to help us out, and subscribe for many more tests coming out your way. If you have not seen our track test in the GT2 Stradale or these on Circuit of the Americas, make sure to check them out. Again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you in the next episode.